Here's an imaginative exercise where we consider what each continent might look like if it were a single country, with a focus on key aspects such as military power, economy, population, and capital city. 1. Africa. Military. Africa would have a large but fragmented military with regional powers like Egypt, South Africa, and Nigeria leading in terms of military strength. The continent's military forces could be significant, especially with resources to support them, but there may be internal divisions that affect overall cohesion. Economy. Africa's economy would be heavily reliant on its natural resources, including oil, minerals, and agricultural products. However, infrastructure challenges, political instability, and dependency on commodity exports could hold back growth. With a strong agricultural sector, Africa could also be a major food producer, though technology and industrialization would need development. Population, around 1.4 billion people, making it the second most populous continent after Asia. A youthful population with a high growth rate, though also facing challenges like urbanization and poverty. Capital. Addis Ababa, the political capital of the African Union, would be the ideal choice for its position in Ethiopia and its symbolic importance in African unity. 2. Asia military. Asia would have the largest and most powerful military in the world. Countries like China, India, Russia, and Japan have significant military capabilities, making it the dominant military force globally. China's People's Liberation Army and India's massive forces would contribute to the continent's strength. Economy. Asia is already home to the world's largest economies: China, Japan, India, and South Korea. If unified, Asia would dominate the global market with its advanced technology, especially in China and Japan, manufacturing, and services sector. It would have a strong industrial base, alongside a major agricultural sector. Population. The population would be around 4.7 billion people, making Asia the most populous continent, a highly diverse continent with major urban centers in cities like Tokyo, Beijing, Mumbai, and Seoul. Capital. Beijing, China's capital, seems the most logical due to its political and economic centrality in Asia. Third, Europe military. Europe would have a formidable military force, combining the military power of NATO countries like the United States, France, the UK, and Germany. However, the military might be more focused on defensive alliances and peacekeeping than projecting power globally. Economy. Europe would have a diverse economy driven by high-tech industries, manufacturing, finance, and tourism. Major economies include Germany, France, the UK, and Italy. The EU is a powerful trading bloc, and this unity would make Europe a key player in global economics. Population. 750 million people, making it the third most populous continent, though with an aging population and low birth rates. Capital Brussels, as the headquarters of the European Union, would be an obvious choice, symbolizing European integration and governance. 4. North America military. North America would have the strongest military in the world, primarily dominated by the United States. The U.S. has the most advanced military technologies, with a massive global presence and power projection capabilities. Economy. North America would be an economic powerhouse, largely driven by the United States, which has the world's largest economy. The continent would benefit from high-tech industries, financial sectors, and agriculture. Canada and Mexico would also contribute, especially with natural resources and manufacturing. Population, 500 to 79 million people, with the U.S. being the largest contributor, followed by Mexico and Canada. Capital, Washington, D.C., as the capital of the U.S. and a global political center, would naturally be the capital of a unified North America. 5. South America military. South America would have a moderate military force, with countries like Brazil and Argentina leading the charge. Though not a military powerhouse, the region would have sufficient resources to maintain internal security and regional stability. Economy. South America's economy would be heavily reliant on agriculture, natural resources like oil, and mining. Brazil would be the largest economy with growing industrial sectors, while others like Argentina and Chile have strong agricultural exports. Population: about 430 million people, with significant diversity in cultures and languages, but lower economic development compared to North America. Capital: Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, would be the logical choice given its status as the largest economy in the region and its symbolic importance in South American governance. 6. Australia, Oceania. Military: Australia would have a moderate military compared to the other continents, with a well-trained and modern force, but without the same global military influence. Australia's defense force is small but highly capable. Economy: Australia's economy is robust, driven by mining, agriculture, and services. The country is one of the wealthiest in the world on a per capita basis, and if Oceania were unified, it would have a small but high-income economy with a focus on exports and advanced industries. Population: about 43 million people, with the majority in Australia, followed by New Zealand and smaller island nations. Capital: Canberra, Australia's political capital, would logically serve as the capital of Oceania. 7. Antarctica. Military: Antarctica would not have a military since it is governed by international treaties that prohibit military activity on the continent, focusing on scientific research and environmental protection. Economy: there is no significant economy in Antarctica, as it is mainly used for research purposes and has no indigenous population. Any economic activity is related to mining, which is currently restricted by international agreements. Population: zero permanent population, though scientists and researchers temporarily live there, especially at research stations. Capital: there would be no capital since Antarctica doesn't have a government or permanent population. In this thought experiment, each continent would take on unique characteristics based on its existing geopolitical and economic traits. Some would become global superpowers, like Asia and North America, while others would remain resource-rich but less influential on the world stage, like Africa and South America.